So exciting news. I did not see it coming. And thank goodness I didn't have any expectations because when we have expectations, we set ourselves up for ruining some really magical moments in our life. I'll talk about that in a moment, but let me tell you the big news. So, yesterday was Michael and my anniversary of meeting, and we decided to walk along the Hudson River because that's where we had actually our second date, where we had our first kiss, and things seemed extremely exciting of what was coming. And we've had just the most magical journey together, as some of you have seen our podcast, How to Find Your Soulmate, because we are totally soulmates. And so, anyway, so we're walking along the river. We sit on the park bench, and he said he has something for me. And my first thought was, oh shit, I don't have anything for him. And then I was like, oh, whatever. It's okay because I can just be me. It's not a big deal, right? I could just relax and be me. It's so wonderful. So I was like, what does he have, right? And he whips out this box, like a kind of a big box. And I'm like, what is this? And he gets all teared up. And I'm like, what the heck, right? And then he looks at me and he says, I've done some research and I have something to share with you. And some of you may or may not know what hand fasting is, but it's an old Celtic tradition. It's a marriage in the old ways. It's a different type of ceremony, if you will. And so he takes out this rope, this beautiful braided rope, colorful rope, and he takes out a piece of paper and he shares the most unbelievable words to me. Tears are like welling up, and my heart is exploding as he asks for my hand in this hand fasting moment. Now, hand fasting, well, first of all, holy shit, right? Holy shit. So, traditionally there's a ceremony. Traditionally, you do this in front of people. And I do hope we do that, and we will do it because it's just the next step, of course. But the big thing was that it was perfect. It was beautiful. It was, oh my God, my heart, I didn't think it could ever feel the way it felt. This man said he truly, truly wanted me to know in the deepest way that he's so committed to me and our future. And being that he knew that I was interested in hand fasting and not necessarily doing the whole marriage thing, that this to me is kind of the path that feels really right to me right now. He offered this to me with the most beautiful, beautiful words that touched my heart. And then he asked, will you take my hand? Will you say yes? So what do you think I did? Of course, you know the answer. Of course, I said yes. I was like, yes, 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 of course, of course, of course. So I wanted to share this celebration with you because it's a huge, huge piece to my journey, my love journey. There were so many moments in my love life, my journey to this moment, where I tried to over control things and had expectations about how love should look, how relationships should look. I mean, just like you, I watched the movies and continue to watch the movies of these magical, powerful, down on one knee in front of people on a mountain, whatever. And I absolutely want to just acknowledge myself for letting go of all the bullshit of how I thought things should be and allowed this moment to arrive, to be able to drop in such a deep present way with him that it was the most magical moment of my life. Like, talk about magic. Talk about my whole life. I am blown away. Now, if I had the expectations of it should look a certain way, or be on a certain day, or be in a certain location, or there should be a ring, or whatever, it would have taken away that moment. And this is the work that I do, is to be able to be so present with what is here and not have the expectations of what's coming in the future, not trying to plan what's in the future, but to be able to be in the mystery that allows magic to show up. That's what just happened for me. And I share this with you because it totally can happen for you. Expectations rob you of your joy. Expectations rob you of being present with what shows up. Expectations have you trying to manipulate and control and be in the driver's seat because you think it should look a certain way, be a certain way. And if you truly want to have this massive expansion in your life and have it with a partner, then I speak to you from my heart to yours. You need to drop your expectations. You need to drop the stories of how it should or shouldn't be. It's okay to know what you want. I told him I wanted a hand fasting. I shared with him the magic of what I've seen with hand fasting and the importance and the depth of what this is. And he took this ball and ran with it and offered this moment to me that will be forever like imprinted on my heart and soul. And I am so grateful for the work that I've done in the past and continue to do to make sure that the stories of the past don't influence my present or the future, and that I can choose to speak from this place of what I know is important to me and to share it with him. To be so true to myself that I shared very early on, probably in our third or fourth date, really early on, around marriage, because I wanted to make sure we were on the same page. And I asked him, what does he think about marriage? And we talked about it. And my God, so many moons later, he made this happen in the way that felt right to him. And my God, beyond anything I could have imagined. So I have much to celebrate. I wanted to celebrate this with you and to remind you that you are friggin' programs. You have drunken the Kool-Aid in so many ways, because we do. And I say we do as human beings. We hear things every day. We see things every day. We're told things every day about how things should or shouldn't be. And so it takes some strong muscles to be able to stay present and not get hooked from the past, not get hooked from the old beliefs, not get hooked from the old stories, which allows you to have a very different trajectory in your life, in all aspects of your life. So I continue to work at, and I obviously have some good chops and some strong muscles, and I continue to stay awake with my tools, and I continue to lean into my tools. And it is my total honor and privilege to help others let go of their stories and claim a very different love story, so that you too can drop the expectations and really step into the life that you truly want, that is love-filled and magical. So celebrate with me, uh, and I invite you to put a comment below if you're watching on YouTube. And if you are ready to move the needle when it comes to love, and you want what I have and what my clients who have done this work have, meeting amazing people and finding their soulmate with ease, with joy, you could grab a complimentary love breakthrough session. That's also in the show notes. And I would be thrilled to talk with you and see what's going on, give you a mini love plan, and help you take your love life to the next level. So that's it. That's all I got today. And from my heart to yours.